All right, I'm gonna get started just so we're not waiting all day for people to join because I know there's supposed to be three people that are supposed to be coming in. But real fast, you can rewind the video as much as you want, but this is a TradingView cheat sheet video to understanding how to use TradingView real fast in the most simplest way possible. And I'm also gonna break down basic information about how this algorithm moves on these charts. All right, so it's gonna be a lot of value in this video. I'm gonna double check we're recording this time because last time we just did a class and it wasn't even recording. Remember that, bro, yesterday? So most people, they're gonna be on TradingView on their phone, and it's gonna be the same thing. You're gonna have all these time frames.
I see it.
When you hold onto the time frames, you can favorite all of these. So you're gonna need a favorite the 1 minute, the 5 minute, the 15 minute, 30 minute, the 1 hour, and the 4 hour, the day, the week, the month. So you need to favorite all of those. Make sure you have those so that it's automatic right here. Because those are all the time frames that we use to get into entries. All right. So we don't use these higher time frames to get into entries, but we use them to analyze the chart too. So long story short, you want to favorite that first. You want to come here into all the tools. You want to favorite with the lines. You can take out this whole panel, whether on your phone or on your laptop. You can favorite trend line, horizontal ray, vertical line. On projection, on this side for the tools. And if you can't find it, just spend some time looking for it on your screen, on your mobile app. There is a section where you have access to all the tools, and it will give you the whole menu of this if you just fiddle around with it. You know what I mean? So you got to favorite the long position, and by favoriting it, you just hold it down and favorite it. You got to favorite the short position. When you got the long position and short position out, you need to fix your settings. So as a new person, you might not understand how to even take this tool out or what it even does, but it's okay. I can show that in a different video. But you want to take out this long position tool right here, and mine is going to be different from yours. Yours is going to be green and red. Um, I'm going fast because it's recorded. So if you guys feel lost, don't worry because you can just rewind in the recording. So you're gonna take out this long position tool and this short position tool to because this is how we measure our risk to reward. So I'm gonna teach you how to do that as well in a different class. But when you take this out, you can click on it on your phone or on your laptop, and you can go to the settings, and you need to have the exact same settings that I have, not on this panel, but on the style panel. So exactly how I have it, and you need to check mark the price labels. And you have to make sure you have a free account already created so you don't lose the progress that you're making on all these templates. So this is the style. The stop color is going to be black, target color dark blue, and the text is yellow so you can actually see. And put it on size 10 and check mark the price labels and then press OK. And it's like similar format on your phone. And then you just delete it off your screen. Number one pro tip about having your charts on your screen as a person that's carrying on their cell phone and placing trades is every time you come onto a 1 hour time frame or a four or a every time you come into a 4 hour or a 1 hour or a 15 minute, um, it's gonna show you a different type of zoomed in screen. You see how I just clicked the 4 hour and it zoomed in? You don't gotta feel lost when that happens because the right hand side of your screen on mobile device too, you're able to scroll up and down to make your chart to make your chart high and low and to like actually fit your bars into your screen. Since I'm on a computer, it's gonna show me all of this data, but when you're on your phone, it's probably just gonna show you like something like this if you're on NQ1. I'm gonna talk about adding these also, like in a quick 5 minutes, because I know that as a new person, you don't have these on your right hand side. Um, and if you have questions after the video, you can just comment and ask me questions, and I can be there to answer your questions after the video. But long story short, the most pro tip that I was about to talk about was when you get onto a random time frame on your cell phone device, you want to fit these bars so that you're able to see enough data in your screen. And by doing that, you make this bigger or you make it smaller. Because sometimes when you're on the phone, it'll give you a chart that's so zoomed in like that. So you want to use the right hand side to make it smaller, and you can also drag your finger in this empty space to bring the chart so that you're able to see enough data. You can pinch it like an Instagram picture to make it smaller too. So you can do that on a mobile device too. And then on the bottom right here, on this bottom part where there's the date and the time, you notice with your crosshair, you can actually activate your crosshair right here. If you don't have it activated yet, you can favorite it. It's gonna be like the little crosshair looking thing, and then it has a panel. Hold it, favorite the eraser too for whenever you draw on your charts, you can easily erase. Um, Long story short, on the bottom right here, here's the dates. You notice when the crosshair is at a specific candle, you can see on the bottom it says Wednesday, September 11th, 2024, 10 in the morning. So that's a good way to measure what time and what day things specifically happen in the market, which can be beneficial for like studying. And I know it can sound hard and like nerdy, but trust me, this stuff isn't hard at all. I'm just trying to teach you guys how to use TradingView. So right here on the bottom, it's you can use this to make the chart. You can squeeze it or expand it. So the reason why I'm showing you this is so you're not lost whenever you open your app and you're not just like this and you think that this is what you have to look at to be able to be a beneficial trader. To be able to be a beneficial trader is going to be beneficial if you're able to see what's going on. You need to see enough data to be able to see what's going on. And that's pro tip number one. When you're on any time frame, it's the same thing. If you see that you're too zoomed in like this, all right, just fix it by pinching it. And then on the right, you can make it taller or you can make it shorter. Right here on the bottom, you can make it long, like, make it wider, you can make it shorter. I mean, squeeze it or whatever. You know what I mean? But long story short, you want to be able to see enough data in your screen. You never want to be able to be on a chart where you're just zoomed in, you don't know what's going on. So right here in the middle, you're able to drag your screen and drag your chart, and you're able to go back in history. The reason why I say go back in history is because all of this price action, all of these candles is already in the past because this happened August 24th, Tuesday. I mean, it happened on August 27th on a Tuesday. You can see it on the bottom. So this is already in the past, and then you can see right here there was a nice price action where it sold, and that happened on Wednesday, on August 28th at 5 p.m. So that's right here. This is right here is where it dropped for a sell. So you can see always on the bottom what day and time things are happening, and you never want to be on an expanded chart always with enough data. So real quick, real fast, just for the new people, you want to add your symbols and you want to add exactly what I have. You want to add NQ1, NQ1, exclamation mark. And you know it's the right one because you're gonna literally type in NQ1 exclamation mark. So you can't get that wrong. And this is what's gonna pop up, and you just add it. And then you're gonna add GC1, GC1 exclamation mark. And that's gold futures. All right, so you're gonna add that one too to your watch list. You're gonna delete everything else, delete every single thing else, and add those two. And then you want to come and add XAU, XAU USD. That's gold. You want to make sure you get the Oanda one because this one, no, the FXCM one. I think this is the FXCM one. That's why it says FX. Since I already have it added, it's probably not letting me show the option. Let me delete it real quick. Let me see. XAU USD. Oh, you got to go to all. Make sure it says all. And you do FXCM for XAU USD, or you can do Oanda. I've always used FXCM, but some people use Oanda. I don't know. I don't really know the difference. I felt like FXCM correlate like it's more similar to the gold futures chart than the Oanda one, but maybe someone knows more than me. Who knows? But you want to do the FXCM one for XAU USD and add that. That's gold spot US dollar. You want to add, you don't have to add the volatility index. That's something different. You want to add GBP USD. This is a Forex pair. Now, we don't teach Forex, we don't trade Forex, but we trade commodities, we trade gold, and we trade indices. We trade NQ all the time, all day, every day. Not every day, I'm just exaggerating. That's just a saying. But GU is nice to look at because if you notice the patterns on gold and NQ, you can easily make money with a Forex pair too, because it's the same thing as you can see that I have it highlighted here. And these pairs move too. These charts move too. So it's always good to have an open mind. I'm gonna delete this. You don't necessarily have to add Euro USD. So you're solid if you got these. GBP USD, XAU USD, GC1 exclamation mark, and NQ1 exclamation mark. All right, now to get to the rest of the tools, with this brush, you can favorite these, hold, and to favorite, you want to hold it. If you're on a mobile device, you want to hold it. You hold it and favorite it. Favorite the highlighter, favorite the arrow, favorite the rectangle, favorite the ellipse. Same thing with the text, favorite the text. And that's it for favoriting things. Let me see what else. Oh, this is the most important part. To change your candlestick colors, I think you got to double tap on the mobile device. Let me double check with using my phone, so I'm not giving you guys confusing information. My phone is turning on. I should die. Hold up. But while we wait for it to turn on, I think you double click. Yeah, you double click on the candles and you want to make it exactly how I have it on mine. So, so you have the same exact format. The body checked, white and black. Borders checked, white, black, black. Wick checked, black, black. Don't check any of these. Make sure this is default. Make sure this is New York time zone UTC4. Even if you're not in the East Coast, put it as New York because you're gonna be able to be in alignment with what's going on in Eastern time since the New York Stock Exchange opens at 9:30 Eastern. So it's better that you get aligned with what's going on Eastern, no matter where you're at in the world, because you can just align with your time zone. Like whatever time it is somewhere else in the world, you're gonna know, all right, I know 9:30 Eastern time, I should be looking at the markets if I'm looking to trade. So that's why it's always beneficial to have this as New York time. So whenever you're studying the charts, You know, oh, this happened exactly at 9:30 Eastern, or this happened exactly at 10 in the morning Eastern, because you have the time zone set to New York UTC 4. So that's important. And then, so that's the symbol. The symbol part, you want to make sure you can screenshot that or whatever you got to do so you fix this on your own time or just watch the recording. And then you got canvas because you want your background to be white. You want this to be gradient for background, double white, grid lines, vert and horizontal, black, black, crosshair, black, dotted right here. Check the watermark or you can take it off. The watermark is just so that you have this in the background, like the name of what you're trading, or you can just take it off. It doesn't matter. It's up to you. I don't know why I like it, but I like it. Text, you can just keep it gray if you want. 12 lines, keep it like that. Keep everything just like this. Let me see if there's anything else. If yours doesn't look like this, then put it like that. But I feel like it should automatically be like that either way. All right, so that's that part. And then, does anybody have any questions before I continue with the next tip for beginners? Because I know right now I'm just showing you guys what tools to favorite and what pairs to add. So I'm not really teaching much. I'm just trying to show you guys what to have ready on your chart because you guys are going to start learning how to use TradingView, especially with the one-on-one sessions that we're going to do for the new people. But does anybody have any questions? You can just like type it in the chat or you can unmute yourself. So, long story short, what beginner information can I break down? So I broke down talking about the charts. I broke down talking about the time frames. I broke down talking about the tools. The back button. This, let's say you make a mistake, like you're like, oh, okay, you can just quickly press back and it undoes it. All right, another pro tip. I'm gonna leave some homework for you guys. I want you guys to practice what happens on a daily time frame. Start with one time frame first, practice it, and then the next day practice the 4 hour time frame and look for the same pattern. And then on the 1 hour time frame, practice the same thing. So the first pattern that I want you to practice is a pattern like this, where it's just an easy uptrend. You can literally see that it's an uptrend. It's not hard to catch. Literally, what usually happens is I know this looks ugly because I'm just drawing on my computer. There is a block at the end, a black block at the end. If you change their colors to mine, the price will come in and like accumulate in that area and start playing off and then make a new high off of that block. That's literally the moves that we try to catch, and we'd be catching it like right in here. We'll catch it right in here. We'll catch it right in here. And we notice how we catch it like at the bottoms because we're trying to get the discount price, just like the institutions that actually manipulate these charts. These things go this high because there's big banks and big money players manipulating these prices to go high like that. And then they're selling everything, all the profit that they made, which is making it fall like that. It's not the people. It's not you're taking money from other people. It's big money players all around Chicago, New York, big banks like Bank of America. They're putting in big orders in these areas and it makes the price go high. And they're making millions of dollars off that one move. While we're over here just trying to scrap a couple thousand or a couple $100, or some people it's a couple 20, 30, $50. But to them, it's millions of dollars. They've been doing this for years and they're the ones manipulating it. They got the power to manipulate it. So we're following their footprint. We're trying to catch the entries that they catch, that they're in. And we need them to sponsor our trade. If we're not getting in alignment with them, we're not going to benefit from the trade. We're not in alignment with them. They're the ones that's controlling the price. They're the ones that are moving the algorithm. This is an algorithm. So if you're in alignment with it, you're going to be in a profitable trade. If you're out of alignment, it's going to stop you out. And that's why it's not necessary to trade every single day. I always recommend everybody, even the new students, old students, advanced students, to only trade 2 times, 3 times a week max. But even 3 times a week, you shouldn't be doing that. 2 times a week max. So forget I even said three. Because 2 trades on a good hefty account is more than enough money for you to not even be wanting to even look at this because greed in these charts will mess you up too. And it's easy to make money. It's easy to catch these patterns that I just showed you right here. It's not hard once you get the hang of it. So practice that on a daily time frame. I want you to practice this exact thing. So for the new people, for the veterans, you guys already know this stuff. But on a daily time frame, you got these areas that they play off of. You can just highlight the last biggest black block. My bad. I have a heavy accent, I guess. Black block. So like this black block right here, we call it an institutional candle, you know? So that's the last down candle before the up move. And the reason why it's the last down candle is because it's the one with the most meat. Like it's sturdy. Like it's not this one where you're like thinking, is it that one? It's not this one either. No, this one. This is the most respectable one. It has the most body to it. It has a wick on the bottom. It has a little wick on the top. That's a nice institutional candle, a nice candle. So that's a nice area of interest. We call these areas area of interest, and then we drag a box to the other side across like a little bridge. Because when price is up here and it leaves this block like that, all we need is price to come back down, and we're patient and we wait on a smaller time frame in here to catch buys to the upside. All right. So practice that. Notice how whenever the market rips to the high and then it comes back down, it starts playing off of this block. And then it comes back down, plays again, comes back down one more time, and then bam, just rips. So you got that part. Same thing over here. You got this beefy candle right here. Even though it almost came, it's still it's still what's going on. It basically came just enough, and over here it accumulated, just like what happened in here. Over here it accumulated and started going up again instead of coming deeper in the area and accumulating in here. So just because we know they come back to these black blocks doesn't mean it's going to happen all the time. And that's when I train you on how to find entries on a smaller time frame. So practice this on the higher time frame, the daily time frame as homework. Highlight the last black block, the last down candle before the up move. You got this part comes back down. You see that this is the last down candle before the up move. And you can rewind this as much times as you want if it sounds confusing. Comes back down, tags this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times it tags it. And then it goes up again, comes back down, tags that again, 1, 2, 3, 4 times, because 4 candles is in that zone. So it tags it 4 times and then it takes off. So you want to practice that. It's easy pattern to identify. And it's honestly how the markets move whenever markets are in uptrending conditions. So look at this one right here. Last black block before the up move. It left one. Even though it could have came down here, that's true. But last institutional candle, last black candle before the down move. I mean, before the up move, I meant to say, sorry. Last down candle before the up move comes back down into here, plays off. Right now you got these. You can scroll on your daily time frame and use this rectangle tool and highlight these last down candles and just practice getting used to seeing how the market's algorithm works. So you got this last down candle before the big up movement, and then it comes all the way back down, plays off, comes back down for one more entry, plays off. Crazy. So practice that for buys. Next call, I'm gonna teach you guys sells, because sales is the same thing but opposite. But I don't want to teach you guys too much so that you guys are not overloading your mind. Rewind the video, like I said, as much times as you can to make sure that your chart looks exactly like mine. And I left you guys homework that is going to benefit your trading so much, because once you see this pattern on a daily time frame and you're getting used to that pattern, you're seeing that pattern, you see how the market actually plays off of that. You'll see it on the 4 hours, the 1 hour. Then next thing you know, you're going to be seeing it live on the 15-minute in areas like this on a higher time frame. And that's when you play it on a smaller time frame, the same pattern, the last down candle before the up move. It's all going to start coming, it's all going to start to come together. The more you see it, the more you practice it. And always feel free to open a demo account. Now, one thing that I want to go over on the next class is how to make sure you are pressing the right buttons on your trading view. So I know Savon, you still gotta make your demo account, or did you already make it?
Yeah, I gotta make that jump.
You didn't make it yet, right?
No.
All right, so whenever you make it, you and Alex are gonna practice. We're both gonna do it. All three of us are gonna do it, I meant to say, where we're gonna share examples of what exactly an entry looks like. And if I end up dropping a trade, which I will do that, when I drop trades, you'll see exactly how to get in. And I'll break it down in an easy way so it's not confusing. All we need to understand is how to press one button and a stop loss. That's it. So that's the goal. Yeah, man, this video is gonna help you guys a lot. Anybody have any questions?
Yeah, no questions, fool. Just I was absorbing the information. That's all.
All right. All right. So look, right here, I'm gonna leave everyone with this of what happened today. I mean, it happened last night technically, but this happened today. Um, Me and Will were on Zoom, and he was noticing this area trade higher and come back down into here. And he was like, "Yeah, I would play that." I didn't play it yet. I saw when this happened, and then it came back down into here, and I missed this part, but it came like into this area right here like that, and that's when I played it. And it was nice. It was nice. And then it ended up playing into the next day. So this was right here is exactly, I think right here is exactly 1 in the morning. Let me find 9:30 Eastern time. Yeah, the other entry I got into, I entered around 7, because when I dropped that screenshot of me entering on my other small account, That entry was around 8:40. Yep, around 7, 8. That was this 1 hour entry, but I actually entered on the 1 minute. I just posted the screenshot on the 1 hour. So this is on the 15 minute. So I was already in on a Top Step account over here, and I was benefiting from all this. Then when it came back into here for this candle, I was like, it can respect structure because of also how it looked like on the 1 hour. This last down candle before the up move. So it came, bam, came into there. I pulled it, and that thing just, that was nice, dude. Fucking more than 200 points in just one trade. And that's why you don't need to trade every day. You don't have to be there pressing the button because you can just catch a nice confirmation trade like this. Why is this a confirmation trade? Because the higher time frame has already told us that it's going to trade higher. Why did it already tell us it's going to trade higher? Because on the 4 hour time frame, we're playing off of this big, fat, beefy candle that made, and this right here is a lower high point because it's two candles. So this is a low, there's a lower high point into a new low. All right. And then the market made a new lower high right here and then into a new low, which is advanced for the new people. And it broke all of that, confirming that we're going to change structure to the upside, even though we're downtrending right here. Even though we can't tell the future, but this is enough to let us understand that when we get into this area right here, we can start expecting high probability entries for buys. So I played this and I benefited from playing this on a smaller time frame. And then the reason why I knew that the reason why I attempted, not I knew, I attempted because as traders, we attempt setups. We attempt high probability setups with low risk and high reward. That's the mindset we need to have. So right here, because this price right here from this beefy black candle, it shot up and broke past this high that was created previously. Because you can see with the crosshair that this candle, this specific candle, closes above these two candles. I'm not talking about the wicks, the little hairs. I'm talking about the body of these blocks. It breaks above it. So that's telling me that we're going to trade higher. But before we do that, the market has to manipulate price just like it does here. So after it broke above, it manipulated price and came all the way down in here and played off of this 4 hour candle. See, because the hairs come and touch that. So it plays off of that beautiful pattern. And I didn't trade there. I waited for price to form and tell me on a smaller time frame that we're going to trade higher. So I'm going to highlight this area on the 4 hour time frame. I'm going to let you guys have all the information, even if it might be overload of information. So right here on the, since we were playing off the 4 hour, remember? Remember, we highlighted the 4 hour area we was just going over. Remember, it played off of this 4 hour area. Remember, I got into a trade here in the morning time that I posted on the chat based off of it playing off of this block down up in here. And I just waited for price on a smaller time frame at this area. So now we're going to the 15 minute. Sure enough, I'm gonna mark this in red so you see that I know what I'm talking. I know exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to this. I'm marking it in red because this is that wick that wicked into that 4 hour, right? Marking that in red because it's that wick that wicked into this 4 hour, okay? It's the same two wicks. All right, so now we're going back to the 15 minute. I didn't play nothing in here. I didn't look for any trades in here. I let it do what it had to do. This is when I was talking to my friend Savon 2 days ago. Um, yeah, right. It was 2 days ago, right? I was telling him how sometimes you have to let price print and you have to leave price alone. And price has to tell you a story before you even attempt anything. So I wasn't trading anything in here. It traded higher, came back down, came up like that, came back down, and then I noticed this, the big impulse. It might not look big to you guys, but you'll start to understand what I mean by it impulsed up and it broke past this. So it was nice to try to attempt it pulling back into there and trading higher. And then so I attempted that, like I said earlier, and then it came back into here for another entry off of this last down candle before the up move. And it was beautiful trade. So I'm gonna end the video call right here because we only got a minute left. And this will be recorded. I appreciate you guys for joining the call. I know things like this can get boring, but
Minuto,
I
José.
know you study these things because it makes money. So don't be fooled by the boredom, man. Just keep at it for real, for real. Like you gotta keep at it because this shit makes real money. And these patterns aren't hard to catch. Right here, perfect example. This happened on Tuesday at 10:30 in the morning, a little bit like 1 hour after market open. We got this last down candle before the up move comes back 1 hour after New York open, which was at 9:30. This is at 10:30 in the morning. Comes, bam, beautiful entry. Nice, nice, nice trade to the upside. But all right, y'all, I'm gonna stop it before it kicks us out because it's less than a minute. Hit me up on Telegram if you guys have any questions. Peace out.